Namaste, yogis. Welcome back to the mat. It is the start of a new week, a new month, February 1st. It is snowing outside in New York City. We're going to get a beautiful blizzard, and I'm averaging twice a month yoga practice. So I got my blocks here. If you're going to need props, go ahead and grab those. My body is feeling like it's made of cement. I've been doing a lot of running, but not a lot of other things. So the mat was calling to me. It felt like a good time to settle back in and reconnect to the body and the breath, since it has been neglected a bit on my end. And hopefully you guys are all doing well. Close your eyes, find your seat. Today we're working in the space of the second chakra, located in the hips. Try and move like water. Find that fluid element through our practice. Offset the stagnant habits of winter, especially when there's nowhere cozy to go indoors during this ongoing pandemic. I've definitely been hunkered up at home under a pile of blankets. So when it feels like you're getting stuck, look for that movement to help you find the energy and the motivation that you need to start moving forward again. Palms meet in a prayer at the center of your heart. Sit up really tall, lean your shoulders back, roll your shoulders down and open. Full breath in for the sacred sound of Om, the sound that connects all living things. Breathe in. And just bathe in that vibration for a moment. Notice its impacts on the body. Sound can be so healing if you'll let it be. And flutter your eyes open. Set up your space. Switch on the music. If you're practicing, playlist is linked. You can find in my Spotify, Alice the Yogi. Put your blocks or your block substitutes at the top corners of your mat. And find your way into a child's pose. Big toes together. Knees out a little wider. And drop your forehead down into the mat. If it doesn't touch into the mat, that's okay. You could even slide a block here underneath the mat, underneath your forehead if you want. But do crawl your fingers as far forward as you can so it feels like your arms are getting a big stretch in two directions. And keep your hip bones anchoring down into your heel bones. I've definitely found that my practice is changing a lot through the past year. Maybe you've observed the same. Let the belly get heavy. Look forward. Slither onto your belly. Stay nice and low. Baby cobra, bhujangasana. Point the toes. Hug the elbows in towards your ribs. Press the toenails down. Gaze forward, but let the back of the neck be long. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Pedal out through the feet. A few steps here. Good. Stillness. Plank. Knees down, child's pose. Point toes. Forehead drops to mat. Look forward, cobra, bhujangasana. Slide on through. Rise the chest. Squeeze the arms in towards your torso. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Another walk out here. Drop one heel as you lengthen the other. Feel it in the hamstrings. Good. Stillness, dog pose, plank pose. Breathe in, knees down. Exhale into child's pose. Look forward, cobra, bhujangasana. Keep the belly down. Inhale. Exhale. Float your hips up. Downward facing dog. You got it. Hang out here for a moment in your down dog. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. If you need to walk out the feet again, go ahead and start to wake up into the legs, into the hamstrings. I'm looking back at my feet here, and my heels are just flying so high off the ground, and that's okay. The goal is to have a longer spine than a straight leg, so if you need to soften your knees a bit, that might take some of the strain out of the low back. Nice. Right leg rises, breathe in. Step your way forward, low lunge. You can be on fingertips here. You could even grab your blocks if you need. And then for today, let your hips dip a little lower so you feel in your left hip a little more, but keep the chest upright here. And you can even turn your blocks on the highest side if you need. Press that left heel back a whole lot. Nice. Let's go into Skandasana. Walk your hands towards your back foot, straighten your front leg. Support on fingertips. Some of you can dip lower, some of you might need to keep super high. All right, find your shape. Flex that front foot. Keep your chest rising as much as you can. Lift the hips higher if you need them to be. And then right back into your low lunge. Crawl it forward. Drop your back knee down, half split. Straighten your front leg. Once again, a great place to find your blocks if you need it. Point the left toes so you can get your hips to hover over the knees. So not so far back that you're sitting on your heels for this one. We want to get into the right hamstring. And then hug this left hip back in so it's in line with your knee. Breathe generously. Oh, seriously, for me, this feels like the deepest stretch ever with all the running I've been doing. And not stretching after. Oops. Super. Tuck back toes, low lunge. Blocks off to the side, plant palms, down dog. Plank. Lower to your belly, exhale. Lift your heart, breathe in, cobra. Down dog, breathe out. Left leg rises, inhale. Step your way forward, low lunge. Prop up on fingertips or grab your blocks. Dip the hips low, but keep the right heel energizing back. Blocks if you need them. Okay, so just kind of drip into the hips and feel a little bit of a stretch and an opening there. Keep this knee hugging in, right? Not letting it bow out. Super. Skandasana, fingertips to ground. Straighten your front leg. Bend the back, right? Option to keep the hips even higher if you need. Flex the front foot. Breathe generously. Press the left heel bone down so you feel the back of the left hamstring opening. Low lunge your way forward, crawl it back forward, drop your back knee down, point the right toes, half split, half Hanumanasana. Right into that left hamstring, and then dial this right hip forward, hug this left thigh back up into the hip socket. Nice. Press it down into the front foot if you can. And keep energizing the chest forward and up. Reach the tailbone back so you get long spine. So you can hear your breath. Tuck your back toes, low lunge. Plant the palms, downward facing dog. Stroll to the top of your mat. One step at a time. Like we're making our way through this crazy life. Grab opposite elbows, rock your head side to side. Keep a soft bend in your knees if you want. Put a little more weight into your toes without letting the heels leave the ground. Shake it out, shake it off. Amazing. Release your arms. Roll your way up to stand. Breathe in, high prayer, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, exhale. Let's move through our sun salutations. Right foot back, low lunge. Downward facing dog. Breathe out. Plank pose, inhale to your belly as you breathe out. In breath, cobra. Down dog, exhale. Right leg rises, inhale. Step your way forward, lunge. Skandasana, crawl your hands to the back, straighten your front leg. Right back forward, low lunge. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise up, Urdhva Hastasana. Reach tall, stand tall, forward fold. Bow into yourself. Left foot back, lunge. Down dog, breathe out. Plank, inhale. To your belly as you exhale, elbows point back, nice and slow. Reach your chest up, breathe in. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg rises, inhale. Step your way forward, lunge. Skandasana, straighten front leg, bend back knee. Spring it forward, lunge, look forward. Exhale, bow. Come on up, inhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Right leg back, lunge. Downward facing dog as you breathe out.
Full breath in, come forward. Halfway down this time, chaturanga. Try not to let the chest or the belly dip. Rise the chest up, dog, thighs off the ground. Downward facing dog, exhale. Right leg rises, breathe in. Step your way forward, lunge. Left foot forward, half lift. Forward fold, breathe out. Come on up, urdhva. Forward fold, uttanasana. Left foot back, lunge. Down dog. Plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, halfway. Let the gaze be forward. Reach the chest up, shoulder blades roll down. Downward facing dog, breathe out. Left leg rises, inhale. Step your way forward, lunge. Right foot forward, half lift, inhale. Forward fold, breathe out. Rise on up to stand, Urdhva Hastasana. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Right foot back, lunge. Your gaze is forward. Plant your palms right into your Chaturanga Dandasana halfway. Reach the chest up. Let the belly stretch. Exhale, down dog. Nice. Look forward, soften your knees, walk or jump. Top of your mat, half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Come on up to stand. Forward fold, last round, Surya Namaskar. Left leg back, lunge. Plank to chaturanga as you take one breath out. Reach the chest high, press into the tops of the toes. Exhale, down dog. Amazing. And think about the biceps spiraling in towards the ears, up towards the sky. Keep the fingers flushing forward. Keep the arm bones strong. Again, always welcome to keep a bend in the knees and down dog. Look forward, walk or jump, top of your mat. Half lift, breathe in. Forward fold, breathe it out. Rise on up to stand. Urdhva Hastasana, high prayer. Drop your prayer to your heart and take a pause here. And just observe what's happening in the body, with the breath, with the mind, with the muscles, with the joints. Maybe the temperature of the body as well, feeling warmer. Maybe the heartbeat is fluttering a little faster. And start to feel that momentum that you're building through movement. So beautiful chair pose, Utkatasana. Sink your hips back, raise your arms up. Keep the chest upright, but the sitting bones reaching back. The arms up is too much. Feel free to keep a prayer at your heart. That thumb helps the sternum stay lifted. Diver's pose, bring your arms back, high onto your tiptoes. Press into the big toes more and into the mounds of the feet. Strong reach of the arms back will keep the shoulders rolling open and the chest lifted. Heels down, forward fold. Walk or jump your way back, plank to chaturanga. Move your way through your vinyasa practice. And we meet each other in down dog.